This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences.
Good day to our dear audiences. Welcome to the #1 show in the country, Voice It Forward. I am the one and only Aaron San Miguel.
And I'm Julio Gandia, here to bring you the biggest news happenings. This is the place to talk about important matters about employers and employees. For today's guest, we will be talking about issues of the company, Walmart.
That's right, Julio. I feel that this is a very spicy topic. Without further ado, let's welcome our anonymous caller for the day. Here is his story.
Hello, Sir Aaron and Julio. I am about to tell my story and experience as well as the stories that I have heard from my former colleagues throughout our stay as employees of Walmart for around 3 to 4 months 15 years ago. Walmart is known as the largest private employer and the largest retail company in the world. Not only that, but they are also known for their contributions to the community and even the environment as they promote sustainability in both of their operations and products. With those being said, I suppose that all, if not all, then most of you would believe that all of Walmart's employees are all lucky, as we would most probably be receiving great benefits as employees, as we are employed by the said company. Unfortunately, I can prove that Walmart isn't as good as they seem on the outside, as we, their former employees, were treated unfairly during our stay. Let me begin my story with my application process. I still remember that day because it was my very first job application, and that I applied with a friend. There were about 20 of us of different ages and races applying for any position. Skipping some of the parts, I was lucky enough to be accepted as a part-time sales associate, but my friend wasn't. What's questionable is that he and I both didn't finish college, but the thing is that he was around 5 years older than me and that he was also obese. Moving on to my actual working days, during the first few weeks after I was employed, I always did my job with enthusiasm, thinking about the chance that I can be promoted to become a full-time sales associate. But after around 3 months, I really felt tired because almost half of my shifts were forced to be extended. Considering the fact that I really did my best and that I even worked overtime, I felt that my efforts weren't paid enough because I was paid late even though I'm already working on minimum wage. There are actually a lot more that I can say, but my story ended up with me quitting the job not even compensated with the severance pay as I was a part-time employee.
That's so sad, don't you think, Julio?
It really is, especially with what we had to endure during his stay. But fortunately, we also have guest experts today to enlighten us on possible recommendations for both the employees and the employer. On the side of the employees, we have Attorney Gabriel Lantoc. Attorney Gabriel.
Good morning, viewers. I am a resident human rights lawyer, Attorney Jose Gabriel B. Lantoc. First of all, I would like to remind everyone, especially those at home, that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. And that is stated in the first article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. For all the employees out there, or as for the Walmart employees, my #1 advice for you is to never be afraid to speak up, especially when you are experiencing inhumane working conditions. And this problem can be addressed by complaining or asking help from proper authorities such as employers, labor unions, lawyers, or even the government. But if you are scared or doubtful, it is understandable. But never put away on your mind that you are a human being. You are not a machine nor a robot which just need electricity to function effectively. Each employee deserves to be well compensated and be provided with sufficient working hours and safe working conditions. When I say safe working conditions, I don't only mean the physical safety, like hazards and accidents, I am also referring to safety against discrimination, against overworking, and against a inhumane workplace in general. In line with this, I would like to reiterate some of the employees' rights violated by Walmart, which can also be done or which also be happening on other businesses. First, controlling labor costs. It is like exchanging the salary of workers to put instead in lowering the prices of their products. One reason why prices in Walmart are low. Second, increasing the reliance on part-time workers, as they do not qualify for healthcare benefits, which are extra expense. Third, unfair treatment of applicants by prioritizing healthy applicants. Fourth, choosing younger workers than older ones, as they are paid less and requires fewer health benefits. Fifth, hiring women as sales associate first, as they are paid less than men. And lastly, employment of illegal workers to allow them to pay below minimum wage, deny overtime pay, and exploit their illegal status. Given all of this, it is so sad knowing that there are still employees experiencing this kind of treatment. But I would like to thank Mr. for bravely speaking up about his concerns. I wish employees or employers will change their way of management. I wish they treat the employees more of a company asset than just mere slaves. I wish I helped on your matter and impacted even in this own little way. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you for that advice. We hope all the employees listening right now will apply what you've shared. Erin, how about our next guest?
Well, let's switch it up to the employer side. Here to share how employers can fulfill their responsibilities ethically, let's welcome Attorney Michael Shoebridge.
Good day everyone, I am Attorney Michael Shoebridge, a professor of law from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Before anything else, I would like to grab this opportunity to thank Erin and Julio and everyone involved in the show for inviting me here to speak. The Walmart Mexico bribery scandal has been one of the most controversial, if not the most closely watched cases of alleged business misconduct by an international company. The controversy exposed by whistleblower in 2005 continued to accumulate a 24 million in bribes until it broke in the open in 2014. The alleged violations accused upon Walmart Mexico stores and top management include bribery of Mexican officials to get permits and clearances for new stores, falsification of records and transactions, which both pass as violations of the Foreign Policy Act. Years have passed, yet the reputation of Walmart remains mired and questionable, as the hold of positions of its involved top management managers remain strong even up to now. The involvement of the current and past senior officials are culpable, yet they have successfully evaded the sanctions imposed to them. Up to this day, precise sanctions and future obligations it faces due to the alleged violations remain unclear for everyone. With all the issues at hand, Walmart must regain its ethical standards and let the CEO stand as the lead person to accept all responsibility the company has to face. This is simply because of the fact that everything starts from the top, and if they want their company to head towards the right direction, a direction that cares for all stakeholders, not only the shareholders and their pockets, and if they want to be known as a business with high moral standards, they should focus on solving the current issues they have, both internally and externally. The management leaders must uphold a strong commitment to integrity and have a driving compliance deep into the organization through personal action and review. Because how would they expect that there would be any changes in the company if the top management or the top officials do not set a good example that everyone else can follow and learn from? As the current business trend tends to become much more demanding and competitive, companies must rise above and be fair at all costs. They must always consider the sake of their people and their stakeholders. and maintain a fair play in the business industry. Within their reach and power, they must develop programs that will not only be beneficial to some, but to everyone. Lastly, they must put people above anything else. This is because corporations are expected to be there as change starters and not just greedy moneymakers. This does not only apply for Walmart, but for everyone else in the corporate world. I sincerely hope that you were able to learn something from everything that I have said. Once again, this is Attorney Michael Shubridge, wishing you a pleasant day ahead.
It is truly enlightening, in my opinion. It just goes to show how important a role both the employees and the employers play in maintaining proper workplace ethics.
That's right. Based on what they've said, ethical actions start from the top. If companies want to move to the right direction, they should always take note of the stakeholders in corporate decisions. As businesses get bigger and more profitable, they shouldn't forget to prioritize the people above the rest. I mean, aspiring businessmen and current business owners will learn a lot about what we have listened to today.
That's very true. I also now understand that integrating ethics to a business enterprise isn't only the right thing to do. It can also increase work environment quality and productivity, facilitate better relationships with other stakeholders, and improve one's problem-solving decision-making.
This has been one amazing segment. We truly hope our audience learned as much as we did. Right, Erin?
Truly, Julio. Unfortunately, it's time for us to sign off. Thank you so much, and once again, I'm Aaron San Miguel.
And I'm Julio. This is your number one TV show, Voice It Forward.